This is the spreadsheet version of periodic LIFO, last in, first out. We'll take a look at the data set first. We have our purchases on the left, sales on the right. We're interested in the purchases as line items. We're interested in the sales as an aggregate. The first thing we do is we bring in the purchases. That includes the beginning inventory. From there, we can summarize the information. The next thing we do is we bring in the aggregate of the sales. We get that aggregate by summing this column here. Once we know that we have 5,200, we want to remove 5,200 from the purchase lines. Since we're in LIFO, we want to do this from the bottom up. Last in, first out. Bottom up, presuming that the lines are in chronological order, which they are in the spreadsheet. So what we do is we take that 5,200 and we go up each of these, subtracting as much as we need. We had 500 here, we took all of that. We had 1,800 here, we took all of that. There were 1,200 units here, we took all of that. There were 2,200 units here, and we only needed 1,700. Those become line items, adjustment line items down below. In this adjustment line item, there's a sales order item valuation log ID. That tells us this is the same, and that tells us we're working on this line, the sales order line, the aggregate for the sales order. We also have a purchase order item valuation log ID. That tells us where we got this line, this quantity. And so we can match these up in this way. Once we have these numbers, then we can continue on with the aggregate. With the purchases, now that the purchases have been reduced, the costs have been reduced, and so now we can look at our cost of ending inventory, or the value of ending inventory if you like. And now that we've gathered up the adjustments for all of the sales at the different cost, then we can aggregate that. This gives us our cost of goods sold, 5,200 units, with a cost of goods sold of 17,100. The ending inventory is 1,300 units. That ending inventory value, or the value of the inventory we have on hand, is $4,110.